Welcome back everyone to Retro Game Treasure Tuesday. As always, we'll be using our highly advanced grading system to see how great this month's box really is. So let's get started with Ridge Racer on the PS1. Boy, let me tell you, these graphics have not aged well. I know it's on the PS1, but I've seen some games from this generation that look a little better than this. But I really don't care that much about graphics, all I care about is if the game is fun. And I thought I was going to like this game at first, but I started having problems with the controls. I started losing control. When that happened, the camera would eventually snap back to behind my car, which was really annoying. As some of you may know, I'm not a big fan of racing games, and I don't know how I feel about this one, but I'm going to give it a C. Next up we have Asteroids, also on the PS1. What's there to say? It's a somewhat modern version of Asteroids. I've never really been good at this game, but I've always had a good time with it. My strategy is to try and stay in the same spot, because once I start moving around, that's when I typically die. The game's a classic. I'll give it a B. Next up, we got a Japanese Game Boy game. We got Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land. I think the only complaint I have about this game is it doesn't play quite like other Mario games. And depending on who you are, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But it did take me a little while to get into this game. And once I did, I started having fun. So I do look forward to going back and playing more of this game. I'll give it a B. Last up, we got a Game Gear game that really surprised me. Jurassic Park. Now this isn't the greatest game in the world or anything, but for a handheld Jurassic Park game, it's pretty good. I will say my first impression of this game wasn't very positive. Each stage starts off with this driving section where you're basically committing mass dinosaur murder to protect the car that you're in. I'm not a big fan of this part, but it doesn't seem like you need to win in order to move on, but I could be wrong about that. But after that, you move on to an action stage, and that's when I started having fun. And I gotta admit, the graphics look pretty good for a handheld game. Like, look at these Brachiosaurus in the background, or even the ones up close and how big they are. Or even this stage here where the lightning comes down and it sets fire to the area. I just feel like for a movie-based game on a handheld system, it's pretty ambitious. Aside from that, you can pick which stage you want to play. The game controls perfectly fine. I didn't really have any complaints there. There were a couple of parts that were kind of frustrating, but I think once you figure it out, it wouldn't be that bad. Jurassic Park was one of my favorite movies as a kid, and it still is to this day. I grew up playing the version on the Sega Genesis. I've also played the Super Nintendo version. I've played the Sega CD version, and honestly, this one might be better than all of them. Maybe one day I'll do a video talking about all the Jurassic Park games and see which one I like the most. But due to the fact that I had very low expectations for this game and it kind of caught me by surprise, I'm going to give it an A. So that gives us an average score of B. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you again next time.